Hi everybody, welcome to Overwatch. Playing here on some Overwatch. I'm kind of going to go through this video. I didn't record this with live commentary, so I'm just going to kind of tell you the story of what's going on. It was a really interesting life. I've already been alive here for a while. I'd gone up north, geared up and stuff, and driven back down with a car here. I had left a camp up north and just taken an unloaded car, just kind of gone down to the coast to cause some mischief. Now, I end up befriending this guy, and I was AFK at this point, and I never realized that he tried to tase me there. So, had he had a gun, had I left one in the car, I'm pretty sure I'd be dead. But he actually ends up being pretty friendly, or she. It's actually a guy, I'm pretty sure, but whatever, girl in game. So anyway, I was a little bit annoyed about that now that I saw it, watching this video back, but whatever. It ends up being fun, and what's happening here is I just realized that she was in the car, because I had gone AFK for a minute, and I didn't notice. So we decided to go over and loot Scalisti. If you've played Overwatch, you know that there's barracks and a lot of cool stuff over here. So it's definitely worth checking out. I believe this is Overwatch 0.2.1 or 0.2.0. I don't know, but it's not the absolute latest version that I was playing on here, at least not as of when I'm recording this commentary, when this video will be up. So anyway, I don't think much has changed about this area of the map though. Still a cool spot. And there's lots of good loot here. So, I try to be generally friendly to new spawns. I don't really shoot at them ever. I mean, what's the point? Unless they're near me, I will definitely kill them because they will tase me and I'll get killed by zombies, and that just drives me crazy. I'm not a huge fan of the tasers on this mod. It just makes everyone be hostile towards each other in a game where pretty much everybody already is hostile towards each other, so... I'd prefer they added something in that really, like, encouraged teamwork. I don't know what that could possibly be. I mean, the tasers they're better than pistols. Although, to be honest, it's probably easier to kill someone with the taser than it is with the pistol. It's hard to get a headshot, and as long as there's zombies around, if you tase them, they'll die, basically. I don't know what had happened back there with that flattened tent. I believe in this server they did add a little extra. There's more barracks here than I remember when I've been on other Overwatch servers. But I'm not sure. I'm already pretty much fully geared here, so I was kind of just screwing around, letting that other person get a gun, because I thought they were more friendly than they obviously were. But anyway, that's what's going on. They said they only had one other friend on the server, so I really wasn't worried about getting ambushed or anything, even though I kind of normally avoid helping new spawns because I have had people try to set me up in the past, which is pretty annoying. Usually doesn't end too well for them or me. So, but whatever, that's DayZ. That's, people play it however the hell they want to play it, and that's fine, you know. Anyway, this was a cool server. People seem pretty friendly and pretty interested in playing together. I kind of end up playing it as a bandit because it's fun. Right now, I thought my buddy here was trying to go and steal my car back there, but he wasn't. So he ends up actually being friendly, and he has a gun now. He could actually take me on, but he doesn't. So we make our way to Electro, where he says his friend is, and part ways there. Drop him off, and I decide to move on and do a little, you know, bandit action in Electro. Have some fun, try to get some kills and whatnot. So, that's where I go. And it ends up being a pretty interesting time. The server was goofy. They had a party bus going around the whole time. I don't know if I've seen any of that in the chat so far, but that's what ends up happening. People are actually pretty nice, so it's cool. I'll probably play on it a decent amount again. I forget what it's called exactly, but I'll put the link to it in the description of this video. Everyone can come check it out. I recommend it. So, I move into Electro. Not trying to do any sniping, really trying to take out other snipers if they're there. That's the most fun thing to do. But also, you know, just get a couple kills. I had already fully geared up and everything at this point, so I really wasn't interested in just sitting around anymore. I find that in this game, if you live too long, if you gear up too much, if you have a car, all that stuff, it eventually just gets boring. And basically, the longer I'm alive in a game of DayZ, the more reckless I get. So, if you ever see me running around in the woods like a wild man shooting everyone, that's why. Anyway, just checking out Sniper Hill before I head into town when I spot a body. So I head over to check it out. And unfortunately, the server restarts before I find it. So, log out there. And I'll come back in. And fresh server. Runs a little better. And I'm ready to go. Electro looks clear. I really don't like Electro necessarily. I'm never sure what to do. There's so many spots to sit in Electro. I just feel like I've got a better grasp of Cherno. I mean, all the cities are dangerous, but Electro, I mean, no matter what gear you have, unless you're sniping into the firehouses or something, which is kind of lame anyway, you never really have an advantage over anybody. Somebody with an AK could kill me just as easily as I could. Well, not just as easily, but relatively easily. Even though I have a DMR and a rangefinder and a ghillie and all that stuff, if we're running around the streets of Electro. So, I kind of tend to steer clear. I'm never sure what I'm getting into when I'm here. I run into town, and I happen to spot my friend again here. I think the name was Alligator Abby, and there she is. Now, I sort of contemplate taking a shot here, even though that wouldn't be very friendly, because I had never had the M1 SE1 tan ACOG at this point, and I think that gun's totally sweet. I almost contemplated taking it or asking her when we were hanging out together, and then I contemplated killing her, but I didn't. I didn't think that'd be very nice. I was trying to be a nice guy. So, anyway, I hear this car driving around, and I'm intrigued. I don't know if it's with her or not. I assumed it wasn't, honestly. I saw her run into that pub, I believe. But I decide I'm going to take this guy out no matter what. It's a car. Could have good gear. So, I'm not sure where it is at this point. I'm trying to hide in this bush. Stay invisible. Zombies can't hit me. And that sounds like a Humvee. I could easily be taken out by guys in a Humvee, or an armored Humvee with a gun especially. Be really easy. So, I want to stay away from that. Now I hear that door open. You should always listen for that when you're around vehicles. Easy indicator of where they are. And what people are doing with them. Same with turning the engine on. And off. So I see it go this way. And I think I realize it's my Humvee. Or wait, no I didn't. I still want to take it out. Go for the tires. It's the best way to stop them. The things are pretty well armored, but can't go anywhere, they're screwed. And I get pretty lucky with zombies here, although I was avoiding them well to start with. And as we'll find out later, I only took out one of the people in Humvee. I was looking for a death message for someone to bleed out, but never ended up happening. And I never want to run directly up to a vehicle that I've just been shooting, because that's just a dumb idea. So I camp it out a little bit before I head over there. But things broken down and stopped anyway, so I don't have to worry too much. I'm not sure how that second person moved off, but I did wait a while before I headed over. As I mentioned, I don't want to head directly towards the vehicle that I've just been shooting at, especially when I'm not sure that they're alone. Just not a good idea. Just not a good idea. But it's busted, and I hadn't brought any extra wheels down. So I lost my car, which isn't great. But what you gonna do? That's why I headed south. It's the fun of DayZ. I didn't want to be one of those people that had a camp of all the vehicles in the map. Made it no fun for everybody else to play. Because I don't like those people. And I find out that I had shot Alligator Abby and her friend. To be fair, they'd stolen my car, but I didn't know that at the time. I would have done it anyway. So, kind of the bad guy in this situation. And I lost my car, because I wasn't going to go and repair it in the middle of the field. That's just not smart. But whatever, they're all friendly. As I said, this is a cool server. I'll find a link or the IP or however the hell I can do it. Put it in the description. I think it's called Junk Feed Crew. That's what I want to say. But again, DayZ Overwatch. Awesome. Awesome mod. So, it also makes me wonder that if they could have taken me out, or if she could have taken me out while I was near the car, if all of that had happened. She had gotten away. The M1 SE1 is a fairly long-range gun. I'm sure you could make a shot at least like 400 meters with it. Probably more like 600 if you're a good shot. It's got an ACOG scope with distance markings. Not quite as good as a DMR. Even though I was a little rusty with this DMR today. I play with an edited field of view, and the mil dots are off. I ended up figuring them out by the end of the video, exactly where they are, basically, but, or, what distances. But it definitely makes it a little more difficult playing with an edited field of view on a gun that's already kind of difficult to use. I think the DMR offers the best combination of short and long range, for sure, but that doesn't mean it's the easiest thing. So anyway, I decided to move off towards Cherno when I spot somebody along the coast and just decided to take him out. He had a gun and he had a different camo on. So it wasn't a noob. It wasn't the nicest thing to do in the world, but what you gonna do? I'm having fun, it's DayZ. So I took out that guy. Gave myself a little practice. I always like running up on these rocks on the way between Cherno and Electro. Just looks cool. I remember when the game was, or last year, last July 2012, when hackers and snipers and good guns were everywhere. You actually had to worry about people sitting up here and shooting you as you came across the map. The game has definitely changed since then, in a very good way, because I did not approve of that. There's no reason to act that way. It does give you a good overview of everything. You can see if there are zombies spawned anywhere, and it just looks cool, like I said. Might be a good spot for noobs to come with tasers. Although, like I said, I don't think snipers really go there anymore. At least not on the servers that I play on. I haven't seen one. So I move into Cherno along the forest on the north side, and I spot some guys on the roofs of the buildings. And that, there's no reason to go there. That is, I decided to take them out. Basically, if I ever see you on the roof of the sniper towers, and I have the ability to take you out, I'm going to. Now, I don't know what happened here. because I'm pretty sure I hit that guy twice with the DMR. And, I mean, I'm fairly sure that they've taken the damage down of the DMR. It's not 8,000 anymore. I'm not sure, actually. That might have just been on Origins. I think they did on that. But 2 shots should be a kill. So I don't know what happened. But there was actually another guy up on top of this blue building, too. Like I said, I just did not have the mill outs down at this point. But I really don't get why people go onto these sniper buildings. It is not easy to kill people. You are really at a disadvantage, even though they happen to find me here. It surprised me. They have no chance of killing me, and I can move easily. They can't. Now, the forest is not filled with snipers like it used to be. Same way as that mountain is not. But you're still at a pretty big disadvantage, in my opinion, if you're on top of the sniper buildings. Even with me peeking my head out here, they have to hit a headshot at least 600 meters. Chances of that are pretty slim. I'm amazed enough that they saw me on top of this tree. Although with all the grass and everything, some of the trees, like, you know, the texture spawning weird like they do in DayZ, wouldn't be as hard to see as maybe I should be. There are just so many good vantage points too, and I completely screwed this shot up. Although, in my defense, it is really hard to shoot people at that range, and I don't want to waste shots. I didn't want to waste shots. Now I see the party bus coming to Cherno. At this point, I'm trying to defend it. What would Cherno's snipers like more than a big bus full of noobs? It's like the easiest target possible. But I decided I was definitely going to take these guys out. That was my goal for tonight. Protect the party bus. Take out the snipers. Whether they were good or bad, they deserved to die for Cherno sniping. So I start to move across, flank them from the other side. Not necessarily flank, that's not the right word, but stay hidden, because I was very hard for them to see. And I will demonstrate how many ways there are to get a good vantage point on those 2 sniper towers, while being very difficult to see, especially in a game where there aren't even leftover thermal guns like there used to be, or L85s. I don't think there are any. There might be 1 or 2 in Overwatch. I know there's an M110 night vision. I don't think there's any thermals. I hope they're not. They're super OP. I see this guy again here, and I completely screw this up. I know they have a gun that's capable of shooting at me, so I'm really cautious, but I still never got a good shot. I wish they would make rangefinders so that they didn't hit the grass in front of you. Oh, that time it didn't. It's so easy to give your position away with a rangefinder. So I waited too long. I should have known it was around 600 or 700 meters. That's how far it is from around the forest to the sniper towers. But I wait this guy out for a while, seeing his gun peeking out from behind the building. You gotta be patient, DayZ. But when it doesn't pop out, I come back around and keep looping around. As I said, there are still some pretty good vantage points. I'm not sure where this guy's friend has gone at this point. Because it's not exactly like he had a designated area where I was to go and search or anything, but I decided to not stay there for sure. Now that blue building is good because there's a lot of hiding spots, but there's also just not a lot of... You can't see everywhere, at least not at one time. you have to pick which direction you're looking. So I move across to this forest, and I'm still trying to take out the blue roof guy. Which I'm surprised he stayed that long. I started to doubt that he had stayed when I see some people moving in the brush. And lo and behold, it's actually that same girl player that had come and tried to shoot me and tase me in the car that I had shot and almost killed. But I decided to be friendly again. I could have killed both of them again, or I guess her for the first time and her buddy for the second time. But they were friendly before. Had I seen the video of her trying to tase me, I probably wouldn't have been this friendly this time. But they say they're still friendly after a few tense moments of sitting here. I head over. Once I make sure the friend is good to go. I wish these people had microphones. I don't get why so many people play without microphones. I feel like almost no one that I talk to in this game actually has a mic. And I'll end up killing people because of that. People that I'll talk to and say, hey, talk back, are you friendly? I won't shoot you. And they don't. And they die. Now, I would recommend to anyone that plays this not to stand in the open like that. They're so easy to spot. So, I assume they're trying to get the guys on top of the roof too. Try to be a little friendly. But, like I said, they're not exactly interested in playing on the same team. I can understand why this one person is a little angry at me for killing her friend and shooting her. But, you know, whatever. So, I try to get a vantage point here for a second, and when I can't, I decide to continue to move along. After doing the friendly dance a little bit. It's always fun to do the friendly dance. That's better than a mic, right? Who needs a mic when you can lean your character back and forth? Nobody. But nobody wants to talk to me. So I move on. I move around to this little peninsula thing when I notice a bus. It might be the party bus, although it doesn't look like much of a party because there's only one guy on it at this point. And he's heading towards Cherno. I don't know what I was about to say there. Maybe warn him about the sniper. Although I think at this point I had possibly considered that the sniper might have logged off. Because it had been a long time. But I was still checking. I wanted to get this kill. It was driving me crazy. Cherno snipers are not my favorite people. If I haven't made that clear. I don't know what I've been doing on here. I decide to look while this bus is here. Just to make sure. When I spot a little head peeking over, and he is still there, and it's all been worth it. Thank God I look like a bush right now. I'm really far away. 838 meters. It's a tough shot no matter what. But I do catch a little break. I wish the grass in DayZ did not work the way that it does, because it's impossible to go prone while you shoot. And I take him down. Thank God. That entire flank around maneuver was worth it. And Cherno is now safe again. For all the noobs in the world. And the bus guy, who's probably scared out of his mind now because DMR was just shooting by him. So, sorry about that, bus guy. I'll give you some warning next time. So after careful deliberation, I decided to go into town and get the gun. Check the gear. I just can't, I can't resist. You can't just leave something like that. I mean, come on. This guy's gotta have good gear. Nobody goes to the sniper tower with garbage. And he was taking shots at me at 600, 700 meters away. And I almost lose my crap myself here, let's say, when I see that guy running along that roof over there. But luckily, he does not spot me. It still amazes me sometimes how unperceptive people that play this game are. You gotta be looking around all the time. That's not a particularly good sniping spot either. When the two larger towers look down directly at you, have the high ground on you, as does the hill, just not in a good position. Really easy to take out, as we'll see. So, as he's gone back inside, I eventually decide that I should go for the high ground on him, get the best angle on him. He'll be easiest to kill. And I'll get that lovely gear that I'm assuming the guy up there has. I am terrified at this point. Because like I said, sniper tower people are completely fair game in my opinion. And I am now a sniper tower person. Plus, I know that my friend Alligator Abby is probably still out there in the woods. Could easily take a shot at me if I peek my head up. Whether or not she wanted to actually kill me, it would be just as easy as anybody else. So, I rushed through this, grabbing his XM 2010. Don't even grab his GPS or anything else cool. I had never seen this gun before though. And it ends up being pretty freaking sweet. And I decide I need to take out this guy on the roof here. He's not good for Cherno. Not doing anybody any good up here. Scan for Alligator Abby. Although, at this range, that would be a very difficult shot for her gun. And when I see him poke his head out, that's when he's done. Now, I had thought this would be a one-shot kill. I don't think it is. On the wiki for Overwatch, it says that it's like 11,500 damage. So, assuming he didn't have full health, it should have basically been a one-shot kill. But I don't know what happened. And with all that done, decided to get the hell out of there. It's been a good night of DayZ. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is going to be part 1 of my Overwatch series. There's more more to come. In this very interesting life that I'm living here in DayZ. So look forward to that. If you like these videos, leave a like, subscribe, anything like that. Really help me out. I'll know what to keep making. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna let the rest of the video play out, and I'll see you next time.